Last thing for today, I want to talk about the Module 5 sandbox. And this uses looping, so it'll give you a chance to play around with some looping code. It also uses the turtle, and I call this one the flower maker. And you will do good for yourself. You will learn more about this if you take the time to read through this and follow the steps. But we've got some code here. And this is the second part's the same code, but with comments so that you can see what it's doing. I'll actually copy and paste this one instead. Copy and paste. Okay, so you can actually see all the comments that tell it what to do. So that will help you sort of dissect that code and make sense of it. But when I run this, what this code does is it makes a flower kind of pattern. And it starts out very simply, but it's using a loop to do this, right? And so you can see here, while petals drawn is less than the petals total, draw a circle, turn right. That's literally the whole petal. Draw a circle, turn right, and then add one to the petals drawn. You can see I have petals total, and then the amount of the angle that it turns is calculated based on that formula that says we're going to take that number, divide 360 by that, and that's the angle that you turn. So in this case, it's turning a right angle. But if I did 7 petals, it will do a less than right angle to make sure that it ends with 360 degrees. Okay, so almost there. Now I have to let it finish because I'll feel bad if I kill it now. There we go. So that code is there, and you can start playing around with that. That's the whole idea. But if you continue to read through and see how this works, there's some additional changes that you can make to that code that I'll walk you through. But I'm going to skip to the end and show you the end game here. So it begins with, wait a second. Oh, I knew I forgot something. Wouldn't be yelling at me if I didn't. There we go. All right. So if I run this code, now I've sort of devised a way of creating a different shaped petal. And there's only 2 petals in that one, but let's change it to 6. And let's take a look at the petal here. What it does is it draws part of a big circle, then part of a small circle. And then it does that again, part of a big circle, part of a small circle. So if you look at the petal shape, you can see it doing this. So part of a big circle, and then part of a small circle, part of a big circle, and part of a small circle. And each petal is rounded like that. So it ends back where it starts, and it creates the flower shape. So what you're going to do is sort of play around with some of these concepts, but you can see here it's all driven by this while loop. And of course, the number of petals I can vary by just changing that stored data. But you can change the colors, you can change the sizes, you can play around with the loop. Maybe you use one of the numbers that's being incremented to affect the size of the petal. You can make the petal slightly larger each time it draws it. And again, you can kind of get into seeing some interesting patterns there. So that is the sandbox. And as with all sandboxes, there's no real right or wrong way to do it, or right or wrong answer. the idea here is that you're taking some time to do some exploration and figure some things out. Okay, so you can work on that for the rest of our time here. We've got 40 minutes left. Or you can work on any assignment that you have outstanding in the class, and that's totally fine. Question back there.